Good evening, everyone. My name is Bonnie Wagner. I am in Group 3. This week we are giving presentations on cell junctions. Our group was assigned the adhesion junction, otherwise known as an adherent junction, or the abbreviated version AJs, which I will be using throughout this presentation because I tend to get a little tongue-tied when trying to say adhesion junctions. Alright, let's begin. So a little bit of background information on the AJ. The adhesion junction, otherwise referred to as the adherent junction, is an adhesive complex that localizes close to the apical membrane in the epithelial cells. I swear I've practiced a million times, and as I said before, I get tongue-tied. My apologies. So these junctions join the actin skeleton to the plasma membrane to form adhesive contacts between cells or between cells and extracellular matrices. AJs perform multiple functions, including and stabilizing of cell-to-cell adhesion regulation of the actin cytoskeleton, intracellular signaling, and transcriptional regulation. Brought to you by Uniport Consortium. Alright. We know a little bit of background and go into the function, structure, and proteins that are found in adhesion junctions. So as far as the structure, the core of the adhesion junction includes interactions among transmembrane glicoproteins of the classical cadherin superfamily, such as E-cadherin and the catin family membrane members including P120-catin, beta-catin, and alpha-catin. Together, these proteins control the formation, maintenance, and functions of all adherent junctions. And that was provided by NCBI. As far as function goes, this type of cell junction is located right below tight junctions and provides a strong bond between the sides of the adjacent epithelial cell membranes, provided by Lunin-Cadil. So here's a picture of what an active junction or Zulana adherens looks like. As you can see, the catin protein or the alpha-catin helps bind two plasma membranes together to keep the cellular structure strong. So the structural proteins in the adherent junctions, these are the principal interactions of structural proteins at a cadherin-based plasma membrane adheres junctions. Actin filaments are associated with adhesions junction in addition to several other actin binding proteins, which is basically what I just said a few minutes ago, just a little more scientific. So an AJ's location in an organism, they can be involved in a number of critical functions, including providing additional structural support. For example, they can be found in hearts. So any organism that has a heart has adhesion junctions. They hold the cardiac muscle cells tightly together as the heart expands and contracts. So every time your heart expands and contracts, your adhesion junctions are acting to hold your cardiac muscle cells together. Diseases associated with AJ malfunctions. Mutations in the P-cadherin can cause abnormal skin barrier functions, alterations in epidermal differentiations, and developmental anomalies of various ectodermal appendages. Also, the protein complexes localized at the AJs can also activate intracellular pathways to regulate the cytoskeleton or transcription in response to external or internal signals. Thus, the disruption of the AJs or defects in the associated proteins that are associated with the AJs are also associated with diseases including inflammatory bowel disease, disorders of the skin and hair, and sometimes can lead to cancer. A primary article that I researched was Tony J.C.'s research on adherent junctions assembly and function in the Drosophila embryo. He states that the AJs are essential for the development and physiology of epithelial tissues. He also claims that the Drosophila embryo is an excellent model for understanding adhesion junction assembly maintenance and regulation during tissue development, all of which can help to further understand why AJs are so vital to living organisms. As far as my question, I would have to say, where are AJs found to be most abundant in an organism? Like which cell in an organism has the most adhesion junctions, and which cell and or cells have the most active adhesion junctions? And here are my references. Thanks, guys.